I'm very proud of you. You're going to get a chance to be even louder in this. Oh. All right, welcome to First Avenue Playhouse. Tonight is closing night of Leading Ladies. That's the show you're seeing tonight, Leading Ladies. I know you're all going to enjoy it. But it's not over yet. Next week's a new month. Next week, a new show. The show that's going to be running the month of August is Barefoot in the Park. So we invite you all back sometime in August to see Barefoot in the Park. It's running the whole month of August, but we're not done yet. In September, we have another show called the Dixie Swim Club. It's about 5 ladies that come to a summer retreat, and they meet every once in a while and have reunions, and it's a really great show, just as good as Barefoot in the Park. But then you're not done yet. After September is October. October is Ghost of a Chance is coming in October. Another great comedy that you're going to like about ghosts that would be very appropriate for the month of October. So then we move along to November. This is going to be good for you all for the next 4 months. November is the anniversary of this theater. Does anybody know how long this theater has been in business?
25 years. 25 years.
Okay, well you do know how long it's been. So it is 25 years this place has been in business. It was down the street, but now it's up here. And we're all inviting you to our gala annual 25-year anniversary show, which is going to be down at the Shore Casino on November 3rd. Further information for this show can be found on our website and by emailing you. And if you want to, you sign a book in the back there with your name, address, and email number, and we will email you information about that and every show in this few months and upcoming months and the next year and forever, as long as you're on the email list. Exits, there's an exit in the back, there's an exit over here. In an emergency, you run out the back door, or you come out this side door and keep running to the back and follow actors out the back, and that will be the exit for you. As you go through this exit, if you haven't been here before, there's 2 bathrooms right there. And it's not male or female, they're both for men and women. Just one person at a time, but men and women. Also remember smoking. Also remember, turn off your cell phones. Yeah, I don't want to talk. Goodbye. All right, so turn off your cell phones like I do. Either put them on silent or turn them off. The worst thing that can happen for our actors nowadays is cell phones and the beautiful music coming out on your phone while they're on stage doing their lines. We don't need that distraction for them. So I did the right thing. Where was I? Smoking. There is no smoking in this building. You have to smoke outside. You go out the building, go to the side, so it's not right in front of the doors, and then you can start smoking and then come back in. TripAdvisor, if you want to, you go on TripAdvisor and tell the world what a great experience you had here tonight. You can invite all your friends back next month, not to this show, but to Barefoot in the Park. Is there anything I left out? Nobody's saying anything, so I guess we're ready to start. Okay, so we need one more. Ahoo! Ahoo! Wow, you guys are great. Okay, and now, Leading Ladies.
We'll always be for somebody's. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you. If I say that your tongue is vicious, if I call you uncouth, it's simply that. Who else but a for somebody will sit down and tell you the truth?
Duncan! Duncan!
I'm coming.
Oh, Duncan, please hurry up. It's 5:30 and it takes 45 minutes to get there, and the show starts at 7.
I'm moving as fast as I can. You know I normally don't go out in the evenings. I just can't get organized. I mean, I can't find things.
Oh, I know, Duncan, but I'm
I hope
sorry.
you're not going to rush me after we get married.
Well, of course not.
I mean, it's not that I don't want to get married. It's just that I don't like rushing and the way you do it. There's just something unchristian about it.
Is it? I'm sorry.
Oh, kiss, kiss.
But Duncan, we really have to hurry. I don't want to miss this.
To tell you the truth, I really don't even want to go.
How can you say that? It's Shakespeare, scenes from Shakespeare. How often do we get a chance like this living in York, Pennsylvania?
Not very often, thank the Lord.
Duncan!
Who's in this thing anyway?
It stars these two really wonderful actors from England, Leo Clark and Jack Gable. I saw them do a show like this about 2 years ago in Philadelphia. Don't you remember? I told you about it.
Did you?
Oh, they were so wonderful. And to hear that, those words just flowing out like water. Oh, I do think I love theater more than anything in the whole world.
Nonsense.
Well, I do.
Well, I mean, theater can be wonderful, of course. I mean, if it's the York County Annual Bell Ringers Easter Pageant, or the Messiah when they bring out the real sheep on stage. But there's something really troubling about professional theater. I mean, the people in it, they're just so, oh, I don't know, theatrical. You know, so loose and flamboyant.
That's not how I see
Oh,
it.
no. Well, take these actors of yours. What are they called again?
Clark and Gable.
Oh. Oh.
Wonderful.
Meg, how wonderful could they be? They're playing at the Shrewsbury Moose Lodge.
Well, they must have had an open date on their touring schedule, but...
Churches never really condoned theater going as a phenomenon, you know what I mean? As a way of life.
Duncan, it's late. Can we go now? You promised.
Fine. Let's start the car. Problem.
What?
Big problem.
What is it?
We don't have a car.
What do you mean?
Well, as I was coming home this afternoon after visiting some of my congregants who have been ill, I happened to see Mr. Crosby coming by. He was walking, explained to me that his car had broken down. He needed to buy groceries for his family, take his wife to see her mother. So I told him he could use my car as long as he brought it back at the appropriate time.
So?
I told him I didn't need it until 8 p.m.
Oh,
I'm
Duncan!
sorry, I just remembered.
How could you do this?
It slipped my mind, I'm sorry.
Oh, now we'll miss it. I can't believe
I
it.
said I'm sorry.
Oh, damn!
Margaret!
Well, I'm upset. I wanted to see Leo Clark.
An actor?
Yes, exactly.
Listen, evening's not a total loss. I know what we can do. We can call up some of our friends and see if they want to get together for dinner and have a chat. Oh, I got it. I'll call the Kunkles. I'll see if they're busy.
Oh, Duncan, the Kunkles are 100 years old.
Only Grandma Kunkel, but when she's awake, she's a real hoot. Hello? Hello? Is this Grandma Kunkel?
Oh, Duncan.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to the July 1958 General Meeting of the Loyal Order of the Moose, Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania Lodge number 84. We hope you're having a heck of a good time tonight, and that you're all looking forward to the very special buffet spread we have waiting for you tonight at the Memphis Pig Out, prepared exclusively by Highlands Pastries and Pig Trotters. Their motto is, we go the whole hog and use the whole hog. Thank you, Carl Palmeyer and family. Big hand, everybody. Thanks, Carl. Well done. Well, folks, tonight we're plowing some new ground and bringing you some departure from our usual monthly entertainment. In May, we saw the one and only. Oh, hold on a second. No. In May we had Hee Haw Hokum, a ferocious night of fiddling and hillbilly hilarity that, as you'll remember, raised the roof and brought the house down. Then in June, we saw the one and only Mr. Presto, whose amazing feats of prestigiatorial perfection brought us standing to our feet. Personally, I'll never forget how he manipulated his eggs and made that sausage of his appear out of nowhere. Well, folks, tonight we're plowing some new ground and bringing you some very special entertainment entitled, believe it or not, Scenes from Shakespeare. starring two actors who hail from London, England, coming to us direct from their last engagement at the Elks of Scranton. Please give a Moose Lodge welcome to Leo Clark and Jack Gable.
Once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more, or close the wall up with their English dead. In peace, there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and tranquility. But when the winds of war blast in their ears, they imitate the action of the tiger.
Ha! Hold up thy head, vile Scot! Thou art Harry Monmouth!
And thou art Hotspur, the rebel lord that come to take thy throne.
Now, plague on both your houses!
Ah! Ah! Stay back, I say, stay back!
I will not yield, for now is the wind of thy discontent!
Oh, and yet tomorrow creeps in this very base to the last syllable of recorded time!
Oh, a horse, my kingdom for a horse! Oh, Harry, thou hast robbed me of my youth! Oh!
To be... To be or not? To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the minds of some of the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Whether it is nobler in the minds to suffer the slings and arrows of, hey, where the hell are they going? They're walking out.
They're heading to the Memphis Pig Out across the street.
Excuse me, where are you going? We're giving a performance here.
But it's boring. Go back to where you came from.
Oh, really? Well, why don't you go back to where you came from, huh?
This is where I come from, you idiot. I live here.
Idiot. He called me an idiot.
Oh, Leo!
Want to make something of this, buddy?
Oh, by God, I'll knock your block off.
Leo, stop! Look, he's sorry. Please go. Eat. Have a good time. Leo, let's go.
Oh, crap.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, Leo.
What is wrong with you people? Haven't you ever heard of culture? Or civilization?
Leo!
Why, next time I'll just bring a stripper. Morons. They were complete and utter morons.
Leo.
Has anyone ever heard of common courtesy, huh? Or respect? I mean, they didn't even bother to read the flyers I put in the lobby with the best reviews in them. Mesmerizing.
The Mecklenburg.
Fascinating.
Beaver Falls
A
Dispatch.
powerhouse night of theater. The New York Times.
Yes, you made that one up.
Yes, I know, but it was on the flyer.
Leo, do you really want to do Shakespeare all your life?
Yes, I do. I spent 3 years at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. Oh.
Well, you told me you went there to meet women.
All right, I did, but I got interested. Look at us, Jack. 10 years and we're still at rock bottom. I can feel my arse scraping the little stones.
Well, you know what I want? I know what I really want. Neighbors. A house. Somebody who cares if I open the front door in the morning.
Oh, Jack, we can still make it. We can have all that. Listen, today you're in luck. I was reading in Variety that MGM is filming the movie version of Julius Caesar. They have James Mason as Brutus and John Gielgud as Cassius, and they're looking for other Shakespearean actors. I mean, this was made for us. How many Shakespearean actors are there in America to begin with? What, 6? So, all we need to do is go to Los Angeles. So, how much is in our kitty for the flight as of right now?
Leo, we can't afford it.
Oh, Jack, my boy, please don't be negative. How much is in there?
You don't want to know.
1,000.
No.
Oh, 800.
5.
2.
Nothing.
What?
We don't have a dime.
Well, what about last night? That performance for those moose people.
They wouldn't pay us.
What?
Yeah, honestly, I walked right up to them. great yak. He said 6 of his members resigned at the buffet hall. Yeah, one more soliloquy, he would have lost the herd.
Oh, really? Those damn cheaters and those crooks.
Well, I mean, maybe we should do a whole play next time, like we used to.
Well, we can. That's a brilliant idea. Oh, that's just brilliant, but you forget one thing. It's just the 2 of us. With costumes from 6 different plays. I mean, in a pinch, we could do One Gentleman of Verona, The Taming of the Merry Wife of Windsor.
All right, Leo.
What to do about Hamlet.
All right.
It's just I can't take this anymore. I just can't. I can't.
Hey, I think I saw a cafe car. How about some breakfast?
We can't afford it, remember?
Well, I lied. I have $1 left. It's on me. I can't believe it. You know they want $1.50 for 2 eggs?
Hey, Jack, take a look at this. Look.
It's highway robbery.
No, it's important. Listen. Oh, Max, oh, Steve. Dying woman seeks loved ones, large fortune at stake. Millionaires Florence Snyder of York, PA, is reported to be searching desperately for her sister's children, Max and Steve, to whom she intends to leave the bulk of a fortune.
You know, I may have some change something.
Miss Snyder last saw Max and Steve when as children they sailed for England with their mother. She corresponded for a time, but then lost all contact.
You know, would you get to the point? I'm still hungry.
The boys went to England. They left here as children. Repeated telegrams and advertisements in America and England have failed to get a response. She can't find them. And apart from a niece named Meg, who lives with her in York, she wants to leave them her money.
So what?
So what? What are we, you and I? Are we Polish?
No.
Hungarian? No. Lithuanian?
No.
We're English. We have English accents, and look at us. We would look alike. We could be brothers. I'll be Max, and you'll be Steve.
Well, us, her nephews?
Bingo.
But we're not her nephews. It's a lie.
Well, that's not necessarily true. How do you know that? Do you know all your relations?
Stop it. I can't pretend to be somebody else. Besides, it's illegal. They could throw us in jail.
She's been looking for her nephews for months, so it's not like we'd really be doing anything wrong. Do you really think I would hurt anyone?
What about the niece, Meg?
Oh, the hell with her. That estate's worth $3 million, so instead of $3 million, she gets $1 million, I get $1 million, you get $1 million.
$1 million?
Oh, just think of it, Jack. We could start over. Start from the beginning, become something.
Leo, but you could have seen pictures of her nephews in the past couple of months.
I just thought of that, so we don't do anything at all, till she kicks the bucket.
Dead?
No, Jack. A little wooden bucket that she rolls over on her side, of course. Hey. We stay in the area, keep our ears to the ground. The minute she goes, we send a telegram.
It won't work.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't.
Why not?
Well, we don't know anything about Max and Steve. How old they are, when they left, the mother's name, the father's name. I mean, we'd have to know somebody from York, Pennsylvania.
Thanks! I bet you wonder why I'm dressed up like this, huh?
It's very cheerful.
It's my first day at Tasty Bite. See? Tasty Bite.
Second E does get lost there in the middle.
I took the training course yesterday, and they said that I passed with flying colors. They said I had the best potential out of anybody they interviewed since they opened the doors to the public.
Really? When did they open?
Monday.
Sure.
They have faith in me, and that counts for a lot, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you know, to tell you the truth, I really got this job because I want to go to college. You know, ergo the books. Ergo means therefore. You know, I know it's a commute and all living in York, you know, to get to college, but if it helps get me through, I think it's worth it, don't you?
Wait. You live in York?
Yeah.
York, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
You wouldn't by happen to know a Miss Florence Snyder?
Are you kidding me? When I used to work in a doctor's office, she was in like every day.
Do you know the last time she saw Max and Steve?
1920.
How old were they?
6 and 4.
Mother's name.
Jenny.
Father's name.
Irv.
Yes.
No. The reason why I remember her is because every time she came into the office, everything was always such a big deal to her. I mean, if she had a headache, it was a migraine. If she had a fever, she was burning up. Everything was always exaggerated.
And how is she doing now?
Oh, she's dead.
Oh.
She died this morning.
Crap.
I know. It's awful, isn't it?
How about Max and Steve? Has anybody heard from them?
Nope, not a word. You know, I asked her if she had a picture of them, And she doesn't even have one. I mean, that's so funny, isn't it? I mean, I asked her about them, and she said that she thought that Max, that was the older one. She thought that Max was in the theater.
In the theater!
Oh my God!
Oh, major properties, if it not be now, it is to come, if it not to come, it will be now. Oh, the readiness of it all!
Yeah. Well, anyway, I found her to be very amiable. That means nice. One day she was coming in, and I was helping her up the stairs, and she said, I'm gonna remember you in my will. And I said, really? Do it with money. Just kind of teasing her, And then she said, you should live so long. Which I thought was really nice of her, wanting me to live a long time.
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but is there anything about Max and Steve you could tell us? I mean, perhaps a distinguishing scar, a limp, or anything like that?
Nope, not really. I mean, just average, normal people, I guess. Oh, she did say that Steve was the younger one. She said that Steve was deaf and dumb.
Deaf and dumb?
It's congenital, not to be confused with congenial. Listen, you mind if I leave my stuff for a minute? I gotta practice my skating. At this place, I have to skate from table to table. But I got an idea. You see, there's lots of tables and the aisles, they're numerous, which means there's a lot of them, And then they're contiguous, which means one comes right after the other, like two worms sucking on each other's lips. Hi, I'm Audrey.
Hi, Jack. Jack Gable. Like Clark Gable without the cleft in the chin.
Oh. Hey, you're kind of cute. I'll see you later.
You hear that? She said I'm cute.
Fine, you're cute, and you're deaf, and you're dumb, and I'll do it.
Stop it! I can't be deaf and dumb. I don't know sign language.
Oh, it's simple. You'll make it up.
It is not simple.
Well, here, try it. Try something for me. Yes, it is. Now, here, just say yes. Say no. Say maybe. Say I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Oh, I have an idea. All right. That's great. That's great. And stop it now, Jack. Stop. Stop it. Oh, damn it, I said stop it.
I'm sorry, I'm sure it's not real sign language, Leo.
Well, of course it isn't real sign language. We'll tell them we made it up. It's signing for the simple. You read this, but you only read mine. And the problem is here is that Audrey that just saw you in York, she lives there, so she might recognize you. So we'll have to get a disguise or a beard here or something. Let's see what we have.
I can't wear that.
Sure, just try it. Yeah.
It looks fake.
There you go. Here, we'll put this hat on. Oh, yeah. Try it with this hat. There you go. And these glasses. There you go.
Oh, thanks. Hey, did he just have a beard?
Who? Oh, him. I don't believe you've ever met him. No.
I haven't?
Oh, no, you met my friend Jack. This is my brother, Steve.
Steve?
Yes.
No kidding. Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm afraid he can't hear you. You see, he's deaf and dumb.
Deaf and dumb? Holy cow. First, you never hear of anybody being deaf and dumb, and now it comes up twice. What a coincidence.
Ah, but is it, you see? This is Steve, and I'm his brother.
I know. It's amazing. Two deaf people named Steve.
Two?
Yeah. Don't you remember the two girls we talked about? Max and Steve? I told you the younger one is deaf and dumb.
Two girls?
Yeah.
Maxine, Max and Steve, they're men, aren't they?
No. Oh, I bet you got confused. Those are their nicknames. Their real names are Maxine and Stephanie.
Maxine and Stephanie? Oh, that's great. That is just great.
Hey, we just talked.
Amazing. Are you absolutely positive that they're girls?
Of course I am, Mrs. Snyder, and I talked about them like 100 times a day.
Well, it didn't say there were girls in the paper.
Well, you probably just read it wrong. Most people don't even read carefully these days anymore.
Oh, yes, look, Leo, it's right here. Look, girls. Girls.
Yes.
You know, he talks really well for a beginner. Well, listen, I gotta go practice my skating, so if you'll excuse me, maybe I'll see you later. You're making terrific progress!
So close that $2 million will get made our own Shakespeare movie.
Hey, well, at least I can talk again.
Look at this mess. Nothing but costumes to remind us of our latest defeat.
I'll clean this up. Leo, look at this. Remember? Juliet. Oh, we had that knockout actress. And I always used to say, pardon me, but would you like to climb my balcony? oh, yes, and this one. Oh, dear. The Taming of the Shrew. If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
It will not be now, it is to come. If it not to come, it will be now.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes, I'll be Maxine, and you'll be Stephanie.
Wrong! I will not dress up as a woman, ever! I don't do that!
For $2 million, the question is, which dress will you wear, all right?
Leo, knock it off. I'm serious.
Oh,
Leo, stop it!
Look at this. Oh, it's perfect for me. Look, Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile.
You look ridiculous
See what we have for you.
Leo, I'm not doing this.
Oh, this one
You
has
hear
a
me?
plunging neckline.
Well, they wouldn't believe me, Leo. I'm not a good actor.
You get very good reviews.
Yes, because you write them.
Look at this one. Just look. Oh, look. Oh, here. And look. Oh, it's perfect. Titania, Queen of the Fairies.
I can't wear this. Look, it has wings on.
No, we'll cut them off.
No!
Jack, why not? It's perfect. Don't you remember when you played Richard III and you hobbled around the stage with that giant hump on your back like a deranged homunculus? You played Romeo and bounded down on Juliet's balcony. Oh, you brought the house down.
I brought the balcony down too.
Just that one night.
But Leo, that was different. They were all men. I can't play a woman.
Jack, who do you think played the female roles in Shakespeare's time?
Men.
And how did they do it?
Small braziers.
They did it with conviction. They did it with talent because they were actors like you and me. And if this scheme works, we can be successful actors. We can go to Los Angeles. Oh, we can start over. Oh, Jack, this is the role of a lifetime. Will you accept the challenge? Will you rise to the occasion? Will you save your best friend from a lifetime of agonizing disappointment and defeat? Yes or no?
No!
I'll take that as a yes. Now, what we do is we get off the next stop. We send a telegram, we get into costume, we get back on the train, and then it's off to York, PA. God.
Hello, Evangelical United Brethren Church of York, Reverend Woolley speaking.
Duncan, it's me. Guess what? A telegram just arrived, and guess who it's from? And don't say Grandma Kunkel.
Winston Churchill.
Wrong. It's from Max and Steve.
Max and Steve.
Yes, isn't it exciting? I have cousins. They arrived today at 5:30, and I've never even met them. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, yes, that's fantastic, but you realize this means you're going to have to split your inheritance.
Well, of course.
I mean, instead of getting $3 million, you're only going to get $1 million.
Oh, 1 million is enough for 10 lifetimes. And you always say yourself that money isn't important.
Yes, well, money isn't per se, but one can do so much more good with $3 million than you can with $1 million. Besides, I was going to start a foundation. I was going to run it from some nice little office somewhere. You know, and then interview charities that wanted to speak to me about grant money. They take me out to lunch, try to woo me, you know, that sort of thing.
Or we can give it away in one big lump and just go on living the way things are.
Now, don't be ridiculous. Besides, that would be vain and boastful.
Oh, Duncan, you were counting on all 3 million, weren't you?
Well, yes, I was, but not for me. I mean, for the foundation.
And for that little house on Nantucket.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd have to run it from somewhere.
They arrived today on the 6 o'clock train.
Don't you think it's rather fortuitous of them to be arriving just at this particular moment?
What do you mean?
Well, you have to entertain the possibility that maybe they're frauds.
Oh, stop it.
No, think about it. It's very coincident. Very coincidental. All of a sudden, them coming to town. Hello, welcome to York, Pennsylvania. Here's $2 million.
Would you please forget about the money?
Look, I'm not thinking about the money. You know that. But perhaps they're not quite as Christian as we are. Right, yeah.
Oh, Duncan, you're becoming awfully intolerant.
No nonsense.
And you know what God thinks of intolerant people.
Margaret?
1 minute you're brushing your teeth, then whammo, you're a pillar of salt.
Meg!
And with greedy people, it's even worse.
I am not greedy. Look, we'll meet your cousins and everything will be fine.
You will be here when they arrive, won't you? I want to meet them on the platform.
Well, I'll try, but I have a Boy Scout meeting today and it's at 5 o'clock. I'm handing out merit badges. It's going to be very exciting. I mean, I got one boy making eagle. I've got 2 groundhogs, some rabbits, and a pigeon. Now listen, I have to go. I have to get ready. So,
All right.
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Butch, I want you to listen to me and keep an open mind, all right? Are we clear on this?
Yes, Father.
The point I'm making is, it's just as easy to go to bed with a rich girl as it is a poor one.
But Father.
Butch, the 2 women coming off that train will be rich as creatures. Marry one, you'll be set for life.
But I'm in love with Audrey.
Butch, sow your oats by all means. Plow the field. Till the soil. Water the fruits. But marry for cash.
Father.
Butch, look at me, I'm not joking. I married for love. Biggest mistake I ever made in my entire life. You could have had it met, for God's sake, before she got engaged to our anal retentive minister.
Father. Meg is my best friend.
Butch, people do stay friends after they're married. I know. I read about them once in a book.
Hey, Meg.
What's eating him?
He doesn't like Audrey. He thinks I should marry a girl with a deeper pocket. Like one of your cousins coming off the train.
But are you in love with Audrey?
I think so.
And how does she make you feel?
Happy.
And how do you make her feel?
Happy.
And what do you want to do about it?
Sleep with her.
What else do you want to do about it?
Marry her.
Well, what are you waiting for? A comment?
Well, hello everyone.
Well, look who's here. It's the Reverend Do-Gooder.
And how are you today, Dr. Death? Tell me, have you killed any patients yet today?
No, but I did catch your sermon on Sunday. Best sleep I've had in weeks.
Would you two please stop it? Duncan, we have to hurry. We're going to be late.
Yes, now, dear, you're rushing me again. You know nothing profits from haste.
Yes, Duncan, but did I tell you that Maxine's in the theater? She's an actress.
Yes, you did. For the life of me, I can't imagine why anyone would voluntarily put on a silly costume, stand up in front of a bunch of strange people, and start pontificating about something that the audience has absolutely no interest in.
You're a minister. Don't you do that?
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I forgot the flowers. Oh, darn it. I'll be right back.
Haste, haste.
Nothing profits from haste. You told us that, you jackass.
Hey! Hey! Everybody, guess what? Guess
Hey,
what?
Audrey.
Hey.
How was your first day?
Oh, it was great. Thanks, Butch.
I love you with roller skates. They really set off your eyes.
Hey, everybody, now listen. Guess who's coming?
Maxine and Stephanie.
How do you know?
We got a telegram this afternoon.
Yeah, they're due to arrive any time now.
Anytime now? They're here. I met them just coming up the path. Let me tell you, these English girls are something else. They are not your ordinary women. Let me go get them. I'll go straight. Right back. Girls? Oh, there you are. Come on. Come on in. Don't be shy.
Hello, hello, hello. How
so wonderful to be in the realm of my own blessed family. Oh, this plot, this earth, this York, PA.
Are you really Maxine and Stephanie?
No, I'm just Maxine. This is Stephanie. Stephanie, say hello to the nice people.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm so sorry. Here, these flowers are for you. I'm your cousin Margaret.
Well, Auntie Florence certainly never told me you were so beautiful.
I'm so happy to meet you. Please let me introduce you to my friends. This is our pastor, Reverend Woolley.
How do you do? Man of the cloth. I find that so inspiring, so je ne sais quoi. Do you speak French?
Oh, God.
Anyone speak French?
Yeah.
I just find that so, framboise, je ne sais pas, so very shocker, so très bien. Merci. Nick.
This is Dr. Myers, who's taken such wonderful care of Aunt Florence.
Well, how good of you to bother.
If you ever want an operation, just call me. I do plastic surgery on the side.
Well, you know it's really not on my side. Oh, you.
This is Butch and Audrey.
She's my girlfriend. We're gonna be married soon. Over my dead body.
Oh, now wouldn't that make an unusual ceremony? You take this woman standing over this dead body.
Welcome to our metropolis! It means city!
Such a sweet thing. Such an affectionate child. That's enough. Now, if you'll be so kind as to take us to see dear sweet Auntie Florence.
Well,
No, we're too late. I can see it in your face. We're too late.
Maxine.
Oh, no.
Maxine.
Oh, Stephanie, brace yourself. Auntie Florence is dead.
Maxine, you're not too late. She isn't dead.
Not dead.
No, she's hanging on and she wants to meet you.
Wait a minute, Butch! You told me this morning she was dead!
That's what Father said.
She had no pulse. She got better. Not for me.
Maxine, where are you going?
The news, my child. This is so overwhelming. We thought a little night here might do some good.
Are they here? Where are they? I want to see them.
Aunt Florence, you should be in bed.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have two little nieces I have to meet. Where are they? Where are they?
Oh, right over here.
Oh, Maxine? Stephanie? Oh, they are so beautiful. Maxine, my darling, that's really, really you.
Oh, Auntie Florence, you look so wealthy. Oh, healthy. Just so loaded with charm. So rich in color. Oh, age cannot wither her, or custom stale or infinite variety.
That must be Stephanie.
No, it's Shakespeare. Oh, wait. Stephanie doesn't know the news. She thinks you're dead. Stephanie, say hello to your Auntie Florence. Yes, I agree, as soon as possible. She says you can't be Auntie Florence, that you look too young.
Oh, you sweet baby. Oh.
Florence, you really should be in bed.
Be quiet, you murderer. You said I was dead. I could have been buried alive.
I made a mistake. It happens. You don't make mistakes?
Not like that, I don't.
Well, what about your stock tips, huh? They all stunk.
Well, now that's different. They don't kill people.
They all went straight down the toilet.
It's not the same thing. Oh,
Florence, Florence.
Oh, I got her.
Okay.
Damn it. Let's get her inside.
Be careful with her. Oh.
Duncan, you okay? Bucket of ice out of the fridge. Butch, that bottle of Jameson's out of the dresser.
she's gonna be just fine.
Maxine, don't worry, she'll be fine.
Anything I can do to help?
No, really, it's okay. We put a bedroom on the ground floor. I'll be right back.
All right.
Theo, let's get the hell out of here.
No, Jack, I think we should stay.
Stay, are you crazy?
Why not? This whole damn thing is perfect.
No, she's still alive. And she's really mean.
Oh, she can't last much longer. She's got to be, what, 1,000 years old?
She could linger. That's what old people do. They linger out of spite.
Listen, I say we give this thing a couple of weeks, all right?
A couple weeks?
Jack,
You are crazy. Look at me. I have wings on. I feel like I'm in Charlie's Aunt Meets the Fairy Queen. Where did this Maxine creature come from?
I have no idea.
Well, she's from another planet. She's possessing you. It's like the invasion of the body snatchers.
Listen, how about this? We spend the night, see how it goes. If they get suspicious, we'll leave.
No.
Jack, it's worth it.
No.
$2 million.
No.
Jack! Be nimble, Jack. Be quick, Jack. Oh, you're back, my dear.
Am I interrupting?
Oh, no, not at all. Stephanie was just going to take a stroll in the night air. Stephanie, why don't you take a little stroll and make sure you'll go past the train station and get a schedule of the trainees in case we need it. Ta-ta. How is dear Auntie Florence doing?
Well, I'm afraid it doesn't look good, but it's been like this for months now. I'm just glad you got here before anything happened. She got to see you after all these years, and that really means a great deal to all of us.
Well, why, thank you.
But, I don't know how to put this. Can I ask you a question about yourself?
I suppose so.
Well, it doesn't really matter at all, and I don't mean to pry, but...
No, go ahead.
Well, is it true that you're really in the theater?
Why, yes, my dear. Yes, I am. I am in the theater.
Oh, that is so wonderful! My happiest memory is going to the theater with my father in Philadelphia. My first Shakespeare. It was Twelfth Night, my favorite.
My senior project at the Royal Academy was 12th Night.
The Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London? Oh God, you're my hero!
I am.
Oh, can I tell you a secret? If somehow things changed overnight magically, all I'd ever want to do is be an actress. I'd want to recite Shakespeare every night and have those words tumble out of me like a waterfall. I'd want to play Rosalind and Cleopatra and Juliet. Do you specialize in anything?
Specialized.
You know, comedy, tragedy.
Oh, comedy, tragedy. Well, a little bit of everything. Comedy, tragedy, comedy, comical tragedy, tragical comedy. Oh, Messina, unlimited. I once did a command performance for the Queen of England not too long ago.
What did you play?
The Duke Orsino. The Duke Orsino's Fair Olivia.
Oh my God, I would have given anything to see you in it. Would you do a few lines for me right now?
Now?
Yes.
Oh dear, I couldn't.
Please.
You embarrass me.
Oh, just a few lines. I know the whole play by heart. I'll do Viola's part. She's my favorite character in all the plays. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation. Good madam, let me see your face.
And if you have the commission from your lord to negotiate with my face, you are now out of your text, but I shall draw back the curtain and show you the picture. 'Tis not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
Will endure wind and weather.
Oh, if I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
And what say you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contented love, and sing them loud even in deadly light. Halloo your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia!
Oh, we should get married.
What?
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Well, isn't that splendid?
But I'm getting married next month.
What?
That's right.
Well, you haven't met me yet.
I'm sorry?
Met me. It's an old English expression. It means to live life to the fullest, from the French met moyer. Who is the lucky gentleman?
Oh, you met him just now. Duncan, Reverend Woolley.
Him? My dear, you don't have an engagement ring.
Oh, Duncan thinks that rings are earthly symbols of material wealth.
Oh, that's because he's cheap. And the honeymoon, where is the honeymoon, my dear?
Oh, he doesn't believe in honeymoons either. But can I tell you a secret? Someday I want to go to Paris.
Well, of course you do, and you should travel all around, my darling. But are you really in love with the Reverend Duncan Woolite?
Woolley? Yes, of course I am. He was friends with my mother and father here in York, and they passed away when I was young. And he was very kind to me when they died, and so it means a lot to me that we can talk about them. I think that's what love is, don't you? Having something you share and letting it grow.
Oh, no, my dear. Love is like lightning. Makes you laugh and cry and ache and scream. Your heart beats out of your chest with the anticipation of your wedding night. Oh.
Have you ever been in love like that?
Oh, yes, my dear. But what am I saying? I'm interfering. I wish you all the happiness, all the luck in the world with Reverend Duncan Woolsack.
Thank you. Oh, you will stay for the wedding, won't you? Please say you will. It's 3 weeks from Sunday.
Well, I don't know if I can. You see, I need to go to New York to meet up with a very close friend of mine, a very personal friend of mine, Leo Clark, one of the greatest actors to ever grace the English-speaking stage. I'm sure that you've heard of him.
Yes, I have!
You have?
Oh, yes. I saw him do scenes from Shakespeare in Philadelphia a few years ago. Oh, he was wonderful. I fell in love with him. Is he your boyfriend?
No, not exactly, but you could say we're very close.
Oh, this is so amazing! We were going to go to Shrewsbury last night, and it's only 20 miles away, so if you wanted to visit him, you could, unless... Maxie?
I wonder.
What?
Shh, Margaret, don't interrupt. What would it be if Leo Clark came here to meet you, and the two of you put on scenes from Shakespeare together?
Oh, you're teasing me.
Margaret, darling, you get married in 3.5 weeks. So in honor of that blessed event, we plan a scenes from Shakespeare. No, the whole play, the 12th night, starring you and Leo Clark.
You are teasing me.
Margaret, I am not. Leo is very close by. You are my cousin, and there's nothing more than I'd like to see that the two of you spend lots and lots of time together.
Well, first of all, he wouldn't do it.
Sure, nonsense. He's devoted to me.
But he'll be too busy. He must work all the time.
Well, not all the time.
Well, he wouldn't want to do it with me. I mean, I'm not a real actress.
Oh, nonsense. What do you mean?
I'm not.
You are. I just heard you were marvelous.
Yeah, but I have no training.
Well, you'll get training, private acting lessons, and you and Leo will spend lots and lots and lots of time together.
Oh, he'd hate that.
He'd kill for it.
But I don't really think that I could do it.
Margaret, listen to me. Just listen to me. Chances like this in life don't come along very often. You need to grab hold of them before life grows cold.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, isn't that marvelous?
I can't believe it. Oh, listen. Aunt Florence is giving us a party the night before the wedding. We can do the performance then.
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, but you don't think it'll interfere with the wedding, do you? I mean, you don't think Duncan will mind?
Oh, no, not at all. Leo Clark!
The New York Times called him a living legend. I I read that in one of his flyers.
Yes, I remember that one.
So you'll call him,
Who?
Mr. Clark.
Oh, yes, that's Leo. Yes, it's once. I call it once.
All right. Oh, would you like me to show you to your room? You must be exhausted.
No, if you don't mind, I'd like to just wait here for Stephanie.
Oh, yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, of course. Anything you want.
Oh, anything.
Oh, yes. All you have to do is ask.
Oh.
Well, I'll see you later. When it gets warm like this, I like to... Oh, I can't tell you.
No, Margaret, come and tell me.
Oh, I can't.
Margaret, tell me right now.
You won't tell anybody?
Oh, no, come. It'll be just between us girls. Come on, dish.
All right. When it gets really warm like this, I like to take off all my clothes and sprinkle water on my chest and just lay on my bed squealing like a flag.
Oh, I do it all the time.
See you later.
Oh, Margaret, one more thing. Which room is mine and which is Stephanie's?
This one, mine. All three of us are sharing. Isn't that great?
Great! Oh, shit!
Come with me! Who left the door open? I'm gonna show you where your room is! It's up here! This is where you're going to sleep! Snore, okay? Go on. Go on. See you later! What a nice girl.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, Stephanie,
Oh my God!
Wait! Holy cow! Stephanie just talked!
Maxine, did you hear? She's talking.
Oh, thank the Lord! It's a miracle!
Florence!
Shut up.
Florence, will you please stay in bed?
No.
Florence, if you don't listen to me, you're going to die.
Well, now, how would you know?
Because I will strangle you to death.
But I want to see Stephanie. My baby is talking. Somebody should have told me that 3 days ago.
3 days ago, you could hardly breathe. You were on life support.
Well, I still had ears, didn't I? I could have listened. I could have nodded my head.
Florence, will you get back in that bed, please?
Oh, Stephanie, there you are. I just heard the news. Let me hear you speak.
I need a drink.
Oh, my heart. Did you hear that? The tone, the lightness. Oh, it's her mother's voice.
Oh, yes, Mother. Oh, so sweet, so gentle. When she entered the room, it was like a summer breeze.
She weighed 300 pounds.
Yes, of course, but so light on her feet.
Oh, it's true. It's true. Oh, now tell me, dear, how does it feel speaking aloud for the very first time? Is it exciting?
Well, it's quite a surprise in many ways. You see, well, in my head, I always sounded like Lucille Ball.
Well, good morning. Florence, Stephanie, I was looking for Margaret. Any idea where she is?
Yes, actually, she went shopping for the day with Maxine in Philadelphia.
Oh, Duncan, isn't it amazing? Stephanie speaking after all these years.
Yes, it's quite amazing. Almost miraculous.
Oh, but as a matter of course, surely you believe in miracles.
Well, yes, I believe in miracles for those people who are deserving of miracles.
And you don't think I'm deserving?
Well, now, I don't know you very well, now do I? I mean, you've only just recently come on the scene, and I must say at a rather inopportune time.
Oh dear, well, I'm sorry to be such a nuisance.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, but perhaps Maxine and I should just go home.
Oh, no, don't even think such a thing.
But he said we're unfortunate.
No, I didn't say that either.
Now you be quiet.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't like us, then we really should just go.
Oh, now who cares what he thinks? I never liked him anyway.
Florence.
Now come to my room, Stephanie.
Oh, well, actually, I thought I might just take a little.
To my room now.
Yes, Aunt Florence.
Florence, I'll be back tomorrow.
Don't do me any favors, Dr. Crippen. You just keep out of my way. Stephanie!
Come in.
I don't understand. She keeps getting stronger by the minute. It must have something to do with the rise of evil in the world. It's giving her strength.
Doctor, don't you find it amazing that a woman who says she's been deaf and dumb from the time that she was born, all of a sudden starts talking just like that?
Well, there have been cases like this before, medically speaking, usually caused by some jolt to the system. Apparently in her case, it was the shock of seeing Meg lying there on a bed, buck naked.
Oh, doctor!
Of course, that would do anyone a lot of good. If I'd have been in her shoes, I'd done a whole lot more than just start talking.
Doctor, please!
Please what, Duncan? It's called living. Sex,
Don't
living,
even.
humor. You have heard of these things. I have to go. I have patients to see. I have a real job.
Yes, Inspector Ballard, please. Good. Yes, this is Reverend Woolley speaking. Yes, I was wondering if you've made any progress on those two women that I spoke to you about. Yes, I realize that it's only been a couple of days, but no, I don't have any evidence. Well, I was hoping you would be able to come up with some evidence. No, I don't know that they're frauds. I just suspect that they are. Well, for one thing, they're very odd women. I mean, they're both very large. They're both very large. Yes, I realize that people do vary in size, but well, for another thing, one of them says that she's been deaf and dumb from birth, and now all of a sudden she started talking. Well, all right, yes, I suppose I feel happy for her, but listen, Inspector, there's something, I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's something very suspicious, not suspicious, they're shady. They're not being honest about something. No, they haven't tried to get me in a card game. I don't play cards, I'm a minister. Well, yeah, bridge occasionally. And listen, I have to go right now, but just please keep working on it and I'll call you back. Right, bye.
Oh, Duncan, wait until you hear. Maxine and I had a day out together and we had the most wonderful time. First we went shopping at Saks Fifth Avenue and Maxine insisted that I get this dress for the party. At first in the dressing room, I couldn't even get it on until Maxine helped me. She got faint as she was pulling it over my hips. We had lunch at the Bellevue, we ordered snails, then we had our nails done, and then more shopping at this marvelous marvelous little boutique where they simply worship Maxine. Then we had tea at the Ritz, at a corner table, and I had a champagne cocktail. Is something wrong?
Oh, it's just that I would have preferred knowing where you were going, that's all.
I'm sorry, Duncan, I forgot to tell you. But Maxine says that you should be spontaneous in life. Try new things, take chances. As the French say, met moyen.
Margaret!
Do you like it?
Well, it's a little snug, don't you think?
Oh, well, maybe a little. But listen, I have to tell you something. We went to a bridal shop to look at wedding gowns.
Now, Margaret, I thought we agreed on business attire.
I know. She just wanted me to look. She said that a girl should have a bridal gown and an engagement ring. She says it means so much to a girl.
Yes, well, of course, not all women would agree with her there, eh, Margaret?
Well, I do think a ring would be nice, Duncan.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Why didn't you say something before this?
I did, but you weren't listening.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Do we have to argue about it?
No, we're not arguing. Fine, if you want a ring, dear, you can have a ring. I only want you to be happy, you know that.
Maxine says you should pick it.
Fine, I'll pick it.
She says it should have a diamond in the middle.
Fine, I'll put a diamond.
With a platinum setting.
Who's this ring for, you or Maxine?
Duncan, you're yelling at me.
I'm sorry, dear. It's just that lately I've been under a tremendous amount of strain. If you'll excuse me, I have some charity work I have to go and do.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh!
I'm sorry. I'd be looking, is this the home for Miss Florence Snyder?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wonderful. I'd have to be looking for...
Maxine.
Oh, well, that's right.
You're Leo Clark, aren't you?
Why, yes, I am.
Oh, how do you do? Please come in. Please come in. I'm Maxine's cousin Margaret. Oh, she's told me so much about you. Which I knew already because of who you are. I mean, Leo Clark. She'll be back in a minute. We just got back from shopping. She said she had something to do at the station. Well, she had to use the bathroom, but I suppose I shouldn't tell you that. Would you like to sit down?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, I just want to say how kind it is of you to come all this way, and I'm just so thrilled to be in a play with you, and if you want to back out, I understand. I mean, you're an actor, a real actor. You have a body. I mean, your body is trained. It's an instrument, a treasure, and my treasure isn't trained at all. My instrument, my body, the way yours is.
You have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. I'll go find Maxine.
Oh, Margaret, did you have a nice outing? You okay, dear?
Oh, Stephanie, I just met the most intriguing man.
Oh, I'm sorry, just one...
Oh, Stephanie, this is Leo Clark, the famous actor.
You!
She's speechless. I know just how she feels. This is Stephanie, Maxine's sister. Have you two met before?
No, we haven't, but she's even prettier than what Maxine told me she was. I just came to tell you the rehearsal starts tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world. We're putting on a play.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's news to me.
Maxine's directing it, and Mr. Clark and I are starring in it. Wait! Do you think Stephanie could be in it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we could put her in the dance number at the end, like some enormous elf or sprite.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Isn't he wonderful? Questions for you about the play. On my lines, I marked it in my copy of the script. It's in my room. Would you wait right here? I'll just go get it.
Of course.
My bedroom's upstairs.
You traitor!
I can explain.
Oh, you crumb!
I did it for the both of us.
You did not! You did it so you could get Meg! So you could just...
Jack!
Oh, you would put my entire life in jeopardy just so you could have a little snog in the grass.
That's not true.
Oh, you want to play the hero and wear the trousers and fool around. Well, meanwhile, I'm stuck in this stinking dress and this goddamn brassiere.
You keep your voice down.
No, I will not. Hey, where you
any place until you can keep your voice down.
Leo, I am not through with you. Leo? Oh, Leo, you get back here or you go straight to hell.
Meg? Meg, get down here.
Duncan, what is it? Where's Mr. Clark?
Who?
Leo Clark, the actor. He was just here.
Oh, fine. Listen, sit down. I was just coming around the front of the house, and I happened to see one of those Western Union boys coming up the front walk. As he was coming up the front door, I said, "Hello, can I help you?" He said, "Do you live here?" I said, "Yes."
But
and he
you
handed
don't
me
live
this.
here.
Well, I know that, but that's not the point. Look, he handed me this telegram. It was addressed to you. I gave him a tip, by the way, so you might want to read. Well, never mind. Just listen. Saw advertisement in London Times. Stop. Both of us thrilled. Stop. Embarking from Southampton tomorrow. Stop. Will arrive at your house the morning of June 8th. Stop. Love, Maxine and Stephanie.
I don't understand.
What's to understand? It's perfectly obvious. These are your real cousins, and they arrived here the day before the wedding. Those two big, horrible, pushy creatures that have been here since Monday are frauds. Oh, God, it's going to be just like old times. Come dance with me, darling.
Duncan, this is ridiculous. I don't... Maxine and Stephanie are wonderful. They can't be frauds.
They are not your cousins. They have come here to fool you and to take your money.
I don't believe you.
Well, then how do you explain this? Love, Maxine and Stephanie.
Well, I suppose that... Wait, I know. They're the frauds. That's it. I'm sure of it.
Nonsense.
Well, they are. And I can prove it because Maxine, our Maxine, the real Maxine, knows Leo Clark. They're old friends. She invited him here and he just arrived.
That doesn't prove anything.
Of course it does. He's an established actor. Everybody knows him and they're best friends.
Well, maybe this best friend is a con artist.
Oh, stop it.
And maybe they're both in on it together. Did you ever think of that? Maybe they're going to split the boodle.
He's Leo Clark. He's in the theater. Theater people wouldn't do that kind of thing.
Wouldn't do that. Hey, they are actors. They lie for a living. That's their profession. They're all big fat liars. Look. We can solve this right now. No problem. Very easily. We'll get your so-called friends in here. We'll show them this telegram, and you will stand here and watch their reactions. And that'll settle it. Case closed.
You will not show them that telegram ever.
What?
I will not have them offended in this house.
But Margaret.
They are the kindest, sweetest women in the whole world, and I won't let you do it.
But these people are not your cousins!
Yes, they are. Say one word, just one word about that telegram. I'll do something, and that's final. Especially now that Leo Clark is here.
Leo Clark? What's he doing here?
He's here to put on a play on the night before our wedding, and I will be playing in it as well, as an actress.
Margaret!
Now you know. Now I need to study my lines. Please go. I'll see you later.
Now, wait just a... Margaret, Listen
Oh, time now must untangle this knot I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Butch, come on!
Oh,
Now stop it, Butch. The rehearsal starts in 2 minutes.
I'm not coming out.
It's a nice costume, Butch. You look terrific. Now get out here.
I look like a mop with shoes on.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
This is the year. There's the glorious sun.
Good morning.
Morning. This pearl she did give me. I just felt it, and I see it.
On guard.
What a plague. What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus.
Item, 2 lips in different red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, it's ready to start rehearsal, so we can move the couch back, please, here, and move some things around. Get started here. Very good.
I just love rehearsals, don't you, dear? Hey, give us a hug.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late.
One face, one voice, one mind, one body. 2 persons. A natural perspective of what is and what isn't. Oh, wonderful. All right. Let us start rehearsal. Now, Maxine, your esteemed director has asked me to come here and give you a few notes while she's out looking for props. So
I thought she did that yesterday.
she's doing it again.
Oh, she does that quite a lot now, doesn't she?
Well, there are a lot of props in this play.
And therefore, she just disappears?
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's very informative, Leo. Thank you. You good-looking hunk of man, you.
Now, May, what you need to do...
Oh.
Yes.
May I be excused? I have to use the little ladies.
Please do.
Thank you. I'll be right back. Give us a hug, dear. Come on. Ta-ta.
All right, now, May, what you need to do is keep your head up so we can see your face. And you need to enunciate every word. My father had a daughter. Try it.
My father had a daughter loved a man. As it might be, perhaps, were I woman, I should, your lordship.
What is her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, with a green and yellow paper. She sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed?
Was not this love indeed? Oh, that was wonderful, wonderful. But remember, enunciate every word. Tongue. My father had a daughter.
My father had a daughter.
Oh, wonderful. Sir Toby, you're next. Now, since you're playing both parts as the sea captain and Sir Toby, you need to create a different character for each one. Perhaps as the sea captain, you could hunch over a little bit. And as Sir Toby, you could be, say, rollicking.
Rollicking.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good. Now, Butch, you're next.
Yes, sir.
You can't rush your lines so much.
I'm sorry. This is getting a little nervous.
Oh, I understand. Try it for me now, will you?
You mean now? In front of everybody?
Well, in 10 days, Butch, you're going to be doing all this in front of 100 people, so go right ahead.
Oh, no.
No. Just relax. Here. Let's do a few try this. Just relax yourself. Bend your knees a little. All right. Let your arms swing at your side. Your head up. Relax your jaw. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right.
Knock. Leo! It's me, Jack. You know, your friend, Jack. When I heard you had arrived here, I thought I'd stop by.
Hey, do you remember me? We met on the train.
Audrey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Meg. I saw you do a show in Philadelphia.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Hey, my name is Butch.
Hey, Butch.
I was wondering if I get to see you again.
Hi, I'm Dr. Myers.
All right, enough of this getting to know you. All right. We're having a rehearsal here. For anyone that doesn't know, this is Jack Gable, who used to be a friend of mine.
Are you surprised to see me, Leo? Just a little bit?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I was just waiting for you to think of it.
Oh, well, when I heard you had arrived here, I thought, now why should he have all the fun?
Because I thought of it first, and I have a reason for being here. Ha
Ha ha!
ha ha ha! All right, now. Right. Now, Bush, front and center, and don't rush those lines.
Sir Toby Belcher, no, Sir Toby. I'll stay a month longer. I'm one of the greatest men in the world. I'm the light in medicine, devil sometimes also.
All right, enough. Bush, stop rushing your lines. What did I tell you? Oh, no, Bush, I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry. No. Don't take it that way.
You know, Leo, I think Maxine could really help about now. She listens better than you do.
Yes, that's surpringly a very good idea. All right, everyone, now just take 5 a minute, will you? I need to run out a second here.
Gee, I'm trying to slow down. I really am.
Hey, Butch, you'll get better, I promise. Here, I want you to try this, okay? After every, say, 5 words, I want you to take a deep breath and say to yourself the word Mississippi.
I can do that.
Of course you can. You could be a star. Just takes practice.
Thanks, Dad. You're doing great yourself.
Aw. Well, as they say in showbiz, let's go run your lines.
Hey, you're really nice, you know that?
Well, you know what? The feeling is mutual.
Oh, that's nice. So, what brings you to York, PA?
Oh, the truth. Well, I've been having dreams about roller skating, and I thought of you.
Oh, that's so nice.
So how's the play coming?
Oh, it's coming along just great. Only, I'm playing somebody of the opposite sex. His name is Sebastian. He's supposed to be Meg's twin brother, which is nuts, you know, me as a guy. But, you know, I've got an angle on this. I'm gonna portray him as a really tough guy, because I do this great Marlon Brando imitation. But I'm not gonna tell Maxine until later. I just want to save it as a surprise, okay?
That's a good idea.
Yeah? So, how do you know Maxine and Stephanie?
You mean nobody told you?
No.
Well, they practically raised me.
No kidding!
Oh, yes! I could still remember Stephanie singing me to sleep every night.
Really? But I thought she was deaf and dumb until recently.
Yes. What I meant was, she used a tape recorder and moved her lips, you know.
Get out of here! Put me on!
Oh, dear, give us a hug. I mean, me? Give me a hug.
Aww.
Oh, I'm sorry, It's all right, Leo. Oh, I just caught up in looking for props amongst the rolling sea of merchants in this beautiful York, PA. Oh, Jack, my boy. How wonderful to see you.
Oh, Maxine, it is wonderful to see you, too.
Take a look at you.
Oh.
My goodness, you've gotten enormously fat.
Well, you look marvelous. I mean, you've always had that big, raw-boned, mannish look about you.
Jack, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you go find Stephanie and tell her to get into costume?
Costume now?
Yes, costume now. Do it now. Do it now before anybody gets hurt.
All right.
Oh, everyone, just continue looking over your scripts. Oh, my dear, I'm afraid I rushed too much. And how are you doing? Are you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed?
Well, it's going all right, I guess, but not as well as I hoped.
Well, I don't like the sound of that at all. Can you tell me about it?
Well, it's just that I've never done done any real acting before, and there's so much to remember. Head up, enunciate, move left, move right. You and Leo are professionals, and you work with professionals from the Royal Academy, and they're sophisticated, and they know everything, and they've been everywhere, and oh, I just don't know what Leo must think of me.
Oh, Margaret, darling, let me tell you this once and once only. You are an extraordinary woman, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. We all have to start somewhere. I mean, Olivier got his start in some rinky-dink little town in southern England. And Catherine Hepburn got hers being born in Cape Cod with a knife in her teeth. It's not where you end up. It's not what matters most. It's how you get there. As for the play, there are only 2 rules to remember. Say your lines and don't bump into the furniture. That's my line. No cow stole it from me. Oh, as far as traveling, well, you'll get to Paris someday. If I have to put you on my back and swim. Only when you get there, you will realize that you are just as sophisticated as you were before you got there. Only now you need a bath. All right?
All right.
Oh, remember, my dear, lines.
And furniture. Got it. Thank you, Maxine, for staying for the wedding.
Oh, my dear, I could think of nothing else.
Are you happy now?
Oh, Stephanie, you look as ridiculous, charming as always. Everyone line up, line up. I'd like to see my cast all together. Everyone line here. What I want you to do is pick a line from the play, and I want you to recite it, reaching way deep down within you, and bringing out the finest performance possible. So Toby, we'll start with you.
Rollicking, 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 rollicking. What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus. Ha-ha! Who cares an enemy to life? Ha-ha! Ho-ho! Ha-ha! Rollicking.
Methinks sometimes I have no more wit, Mississippi, than a Christian or an ordinary man, Mississippi. Oh, had I but followed yours, Mississippi.
By the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, truth, honor, and everything, I love thee so, in spite of all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide.
As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe?
My stars shine darkly over me. I seek in this strange land my sister, my twin, in hopes she is not drowned.
There you have it. One spectacular performance after another. Soon this room will be decorated like a fairyland, and we, the actors, will present a 1 in a million performance of Twelfth Night. And all I can say to you all is, may God be with us.
Be there in a minute, Florence. You old bat. Oh, yes, Inspector Ballard. Yes, this is Reverend Woolley again. Look, I'm sorry to be calling you at this hour. Yes, I realize that it's 7:30, but you haven't. I've been trying to reach you all day. Well, you haven't answered any of my messages. Listen, I'm at Florence's now, and I'm at this party. Well, I'm sorry that you weren't invited. Well, I wasn't in charge of the guest list. All right, well, I suppose I had some influence, yes, but... Yes, the food is excellent. Now, look, I'm sorry that you weren't invited to the party. Now, please, just listen. Do you remember I told you about the telegram from the real Maxine and Stephanie? Yes, it said that they were due to arrive here this morning, and they're not here yet. Yes, it has me very worried, and I'll tell you why. Look, you are supposed to help me. Look, I am very upset, and I'll explain to you why. Look, I was talking to Maxine, who told me that she overheard Florence say that she was changing her will, leaving everything to Stephanie. Yes, she's the smaller one. Yes, they're both very large, but let's face it, one's bigger than the other, okay? Fine. Well, Stephanie, I don't think Stephanie deserves it. Well, yes, of course, I hope Florence lasts forever, but now that's not very likely now, is it?
Duncan!
Shut up! No, I was talking, no, not you. Listen, this is what I think you should do. I think you should send a squad car over here right now and arrest them both. Yes, I know you need evidence, but you were supposed to find it. That's your job! I'm not being critical, I'm just stating a fact, okay?
Duncan, where the hell are you?
I'm coming! Listen, whatever you do, I don't care what you do, just do it now. Just send a squad car. Thank you. Goodbye. God!
You're doing great! It's just a toe! It's okay! It'll grow back! Such a great party, I can just tell. Oh, and wait till you see the show later. You're just gonna die.
Oh, no, that's something to look forward to.
You know what? I just have to really say this to you, you know? this was such a nice thing for you to do for Meg, throwing this whole party, you know? You know what? The next time somebody comes up to me and says that you're nothing but a nasty old bat, well, I'm just going to look them right in the face and say, oh, yeah? Well, you only know the half of it.
Thank you.
Jack.
Oh, I'm telling you, Leo, if I have to dance one more minute in high heels, I'll kill myself. You should see them out there. Hip sway. I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of sex.
Listen, Jack, we have to stop the wedding.
Stop the... What? What are you talking about?
So I can marry Meg.
Marry her? I thought you just wanted to...
No. Jack, I'm in love with her.
Oh, really? Huh. So you've been stringing me along this whole time? And what about Julius Caesar, huh? And Macbeth and King Lear? That's what you live
Well,
for.
I still want all that if it's possible. But now, Jack, I want neighbors and a house and a front door.
Hey, that was my idea.
Yes, I know, and you were right all along. I mean, we can get there. It could be us.
Us? What have I got to do with this?
Well, you and Audrey.
What about us? We're just friends.
Oh, knock it off. I see the way you start slobbering when she enters the room. And you know, last night she told me that she was in love with you and she wants to marry you.
She said that. I knew it, Leo. I knew it all along, I tell you. Did she really say that?
No, but you see the effect it has on you.
Leo!
Jack, you have to help me. I have spent the last 3.5 weeks trying to convince Meg to leave Duncan and marry me, and she won't do it. She's utterly and totally obligated to him. Now I have come up with a plan. The final gambit. I want you to seduce Duncan. Offer him your body. Well, as Stephanie, of course.
What?
Now, you see, listen. Last night I told Duncan that I heard Florence talking on the telephone with her attorney, cutting Maxine and Meg out of her will and leaving everything to Stephanie. Well, he is beside himself because he wants all that money for himself and some foundation or something. And I'm convinced that Meg will leave him the minute she sees him for what he is. So, I've come up with this plan. Meg and I are going to be hiding right behind this screen, right? And when we will jump out like this the minute he starts to undress you.
Undress me?
Well, it's the old screen gamut, like in 12th Night at School for Scandal.
Are you nuts?
Jack,
My
please!
God, are you crazy?
You have to help me. You're my best friend. If I ever needed you all in my life, I need you now.
Leo, I have spent the last 4 weeks of my life dressed as a woman. I can't even take a bath without you guarding the door. And I've been having nightmares. Oh, really horrible nightmares about talking braziers.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
Ah, great. All right, so now I've explained everything to Duncan in a letter.
What letter?
Here, letter. See? Duncan. All right, now see in here it says that you want to meet him here exactly at 8 o'clock and that you find him sexually attractive.
Oh, God.
Hey, has anybody seen Jack?
Yes. I mean, no, Jack here. Oh, God.
Here, go ahead, ask her.
Ask her what?
Oh, listen, she wants you to deliver this letter. She's a little shy.
Sure, no problem.
Hi everyone, sorry to interrupt. Has anybody seen Duncan?
Duncan. No, I've never heard of him. Shall we dance?
Well, alright.
No. Isn't love great? You know, someday when I find just the right guy, oh, on our wedding night in some big, soft, comfy bed, oh, I'm gonna make him so happy. What's the matter with you? You're drooling. Here. Aw, sweetheart, give us a hug. Here.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I really should get going. I'll be 5 minutes. 4 tops.
D-U? Is that a D-O? D? What do I know that starts with a D? Hey, Doc.
Hi.
Doctor! Doctor! This is for you! I'm sorry, it's from Stephanie.
For me?
Sorry. Yeah, she wanted me to give it to you. Sorry. Bye.
Stephanie? That's odd. My dear friend, you are a healer of souls. You are a man of compassion to those in your care. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. The skies are gray. As the song says, I adore you. What? As you know, I am now an heiress. But please don't let my millions stand in your way. I never felt religious until I met you. But now I want to sit on your pulpit. May you enter my house and dwell there forever. The woman is an animal, a very large animal. Take me, ravish me. Meet me tonight in the living room at 8 o'clock. That's in 10 minutes. Your loving and devoted Stephanie. P.S. Don't take no for an answer. God in heaven, she's just been playing hard to get all along. I should have known from the first time we met. She just stood there and looked at me and never said a word. Of course, she was deaf and dumb at the time. But still, she had those bedroom eyes. Droopy, sensuous, astigmatic. I shall return.
I can't believe it's finally happening, the wedding, I mean. I haven't gotten very nervous about it yet. I guess because it seems so far away, but last night as I was lying in bed, all of a sudden my stomach got really tight, and then my heart started to race. No!
Meg, I love you.
Leo, stop!
Oh, Meg, please, please.
No, Leo, no, I'm getting married tomorrow.
No, don't marry him. Marry me instead.
Leo, I can't. I promised Duncan.
Oh, he's not right for you. You deserve to see the world in Paris and everything like that. So I've come up with a plan. You and I are going to stand right behind that screen, and you're going to see...
I've got to go.
No, you don't have to go.
I have to find Maxine.
Maxine?
I have to talk to her. I have to find her right now.
Maxine? Wait, Meg, wait. No.
Hello, Leo.
What? What are you doing here? You're early. Go away and come back. Meg, Meg.
Huh? Go away and come back. I knew I was right. Oh, look! It's another telegram, and it just arrived. Mwah! Apologize for the do-rag. Stop. General strike at fault. Stop. Will arrive at 8:15 tonight. Stop. Love Maxine and Stephanie. Oh, justice is sweet, saith the Lord. Hallelujah. Yes. Oh, man. This is going to be great.
Well, hello, big boy.
Beg your pardon.
Oh, is there a chopstick in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, yes.
Well, don't bother.
Oh, fine, fine, no words. Just action. Is that your game? Well, all right, mister. I'm ready for you. What's the matter?
The matter? Why, there's nothing the matter, not with me. But it is for you. I have a surprise.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, it's a big surprise.
Oh, now you're just bragging.
In fact, I have two surprises.
You have two of them?
Yes, with long, flowing hair.
Have you thought about surgery?
Change the subject.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay, you want to see it, huh? All right. You just get it out here. No, where is it? Can't find it.
You can't find it.
Just give me a second, will you?
Then it was a big surprise.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here it is. Come on, you're not looking.
I can't.
Well, at least check the signature.
It's signed?
Of course it's signed. How else would you know who gave it to you? Oh, I'll bet that's it. Here, you hold on to this as a souvenir. I gotta go.
Hello, gorgeous.
Oh, doctor, thank God it's you. I just had the most awful experience.
Oh, you poor thing. You poor baby. You're upset, I can tell.
Yes.
Now just sit down. Just tell your doctor all.
What are you doing?
Am I doing something?
Yes, now stop it.
Stop it, she says. Stop it. Ha! Can I have a kiss?
Oh, God, no!
Give me that hand. You have such interesting skin. I do electrolysis for the record.
Oh, my God! Stop it right now! That's personal property.
Who said don't take no for an answer?
I have no idea.
My sunshine? My only sunshine.
I think you've had too much punch.
I want you to sit on your puppet.
Oh, you do?
Yes. You feel just as I do. It was all there in your letter.
My letter?
Take me. Ravish me. Enter my house.
Oh, God! Leo! It's time to come out! You! Oh, no! There's nobody behind the screen!
Great idea! We can do it back there!
Oh, no!
Stephanie! Darling! I'm on my knees! Marry me!
Oh.
I'm sorry, Butch.
I cannot believe you want to break up with me.
I said I'm sorry.
It's that guy Jack I know. Oh, I'm gonna punch him.
You'll leave him alone.
I could have had other girls, you know. Father wanted me to marry Stephanie. And look at her. She is so beautiful. Maybe I should marry her.
I really don't think that's... Stop it!
Now, Butch, this may hurt you a little, but Stephanie and I are in love.
No, you can't help!
No, Butch, it's not you she wants. She wants me!
Stop it! Stop it, the both of you!
Stephanie! Darling!
No, God!
Come on!
Leave her alone.
My dear, what's the matter?
Maxine, where have you been? I need to talk to you.
Oh, my dear, here, sit down, and tell me whatever it is, and remember, whatever it is, follow your heart, it's always the way.
Well, it's about Leo. Oh, you know how well I've gotten to know him over the past few weeks. And I just think the world of him. I mean, he's kind and thoughtful and...
Funny and handsome.
Well, tonight after we were dancing, he kissed me, and when he did, I felt something unexplainable inside of me, and while he was kissing me, I can't tell you.
You know, Margaret, you have to tell me.
Well, I'm sure it's wrong.
Try.
Oh, I can't.
Margaret, tell me right now.
All right. While he was kissing me, I was thinking of you. Maxine, I think I'm in love with you.
No, my dear, you're not.
No, I think I am.
No, you're just confused. I mean, Leo and I are similar in many ways.
I know, you're like two halves of the same apple. I mean, do I love him? Well, yes, of course I do. I mean, he's kind and thoughtful and...
Sexy?
Well, I guess a little bit. But the thing is, I love you more. I mean, I know it must be wrong, but when you're not around me, I feel like somehow something's missing, and I wouldn't have dared say anything, but I know you feel the same way. I know it, because sometimes your eyes cross,
No, that's just me. That's just me, my dear.
Maxine, I'm being very brave, and you're not helping me.
Oh, my dear, yes, I am. Listen, our life is just complicated right now. Really complicated. No reasons that concern you whatsoever.
You don't love me, do you?
Well, of course I love you.
But not the same way.
Well, not exactly.
Well, I should have never mentioned it. I should just marry Duncan tomorrow.
No, you should have mentioned. You shouldn't marry him.
Well, I'll never mention it again.
No, mention it, please.
I'm sorry.
No, Meg, please wait. Oh, no. Oh, damn.
Where the hell were you? You weren't behind the screen. I was attacked.
By Duncan?
No, by Dr. Lust, monster of medicine. We thought the letter was for him.
Why? Why?
Well, I don't know. Oh, God, Duncan must have thought I was insane.
Well, did he try anything?
No, he just handed me a telegram. I guess for a minister, that's foreplay.
Telegram? What telegram? What did it say?
I didn't read it.
Well, do you still have it?
Oh, yes, right there. Oh, dear.
Apologize for the delay. Stop.
General strike at fault. Stop.
We'll arrive at 8:15 tonight. Stop!
Maxine and Stephanie?
Oh, it's
God!
5 minutes. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Oh, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Well, I can't leave Meg.
Forget about Meg. We're about to go to jail as women. They'll throw us in a female prison with female truck drivers with tight t-shirts and tattoos. Actually, that's not that bad.
Wait. If we're men again, we're in the clear.
What do you mean?
Listen, when they arrive, they're going to be looking for the first Maxine and Stephanie. So all we need to do is change back to Leo and Jack again.
Oh, yes, good idea. Dougie! Hi! Spring.
Darn, I could have sworn I saw them come in here.
Duncan, what the hell are you doing?
Florence, the two women that you know as Maxine and Stephanie are frauds. The real ones are coming here tonight.
How do you know?
We got a telegram. And there was even another one before that.
Well, let me see them.
I don't have them right now.
Oh, please.
No, it's the truth. I swear it. I'll bet that's them. Come on.
This is incredible. Look at us. Two grown men dressed as women. And I'm wearing a cocktail dress, for God's sakes. And a petticoat and little lace knickers. And flowers on them. I think they're peonies. Oh, God, if my mother ever saw me like this, I'd kill myself. How did I ever let you talk me into this anyway?
Well, I didn't hear you complaining for the last 3.5 weeks like a slobbering all over
Hello? If I hadn't gone along with this, you wouldn't have met Meg.
Well, that's true, only now she's attracted to Maxine.
Attracted?
Attracted?
Well, I mean, look at you. You're not even pretty as a girl.
Look who's talking.
I can't be that bad because a moment ago 2 men just kissed me on the mouth.
Well, that's beside the point. I'm in love with Meg. She's the greatest woman that ever walked. I mean, I don't even care that she's slow. I don't even care that she's gullible. I don't even mind that little squint she has in her right eye. I'm in love with her.
Leo, that's really nice, honest. I've been there before. I know how you feel. But I need my clothes.
All right.
Yes.
We'll go change, we'll find the girls, and we'll tell them everything. Only we really have to be careful how we do this, because this whole thing here really, really makes them look stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me feel incredulous. That means that
Stop!
Okay, I'm just gonna shut up now.
Oh, I can't believe that I shared a bedroom with him for 4 weeks! Oh my God. He saw me! In my curlers! Oh! Revenge! I want revenge!
Yeah! Me too! Where'd she go?
Audrey!
Jack!
Look, I have to tell you something.
Well, I have to tell you
No, please don't interrupt.
No!
I've done something terrible. It all started about a month ago. You see, Leo and I, we were on a train. Yes, you know that, you were there. Okay, but look. We just learned about Florence dying and leaving her inheritance to Max and Steve. Well, you see, at this time I had already met you, and all I wanted to do was take you in my arms. But then you told us that it was actually Maxine and Stephanie. Well, you see, Leo and I were actors, and we had all these costumes. So, the fact is, we dressed up as women.
No!
Yes! I was that beautiful creature, Stephanie! It was me!
Wow!
Oh, I know! But look, I didn't mean to make you look so stupid. I did it for your thighs. I mean, your eyes! And look, I wanted to be with every inch of you. Oh, your lips, your forehead. Oh, and I wanted your bust. Your trust! Your trust! You see, I want a home so badly, a real home, with a gate and a picket fence and maybe some little Audreys roller skating to school every morning. Look, I'm laying myself down at your feet and I'm asking, nay, I am begging your forgiveness. Audrey, will you marry me?
No! You're the most odious, loathsome, deplorable, detestable, vile man I've ever met! Of course I'll marry you. All you have to do is ask. Now give us a hug.
Leo, I have to talk to you.
I have something to say to you too.
Let me go first. It's important. When I left you here, I went to find Maxine, and I was confused, and I said some silly things, but she gave me some really good advice. She told me that I should follow my heart, and so after I thought about it for a little bit, I knew she was right, and I'm going to marry Duncan tomorrow.
Huh?
Follow your heart. She was trying to tell me that commitment's important, and I need to marry Duncan.
Well, that's not what she meant. I mean, you think that's what she meant, but she didn't mean that.
She was reminding me that trust and honor are so important.
No, they're not. I mean, you think they are, but that's not what she meant at all.
Thank you, Leo, for everything. Goodbye.
No. Let me go find Maxine and have her come here and explain everything to you.
I know what she meant.
No, you don't. I mean, you only think you know what she meant.
I'm sorry,
Please,
Leo.
just let me go get Maxine and she'll take care of everything. Please, just one more chance. Please,
Oh, all right.
All right, let me get Maxine.
You get Maxine in 1 minute, and if she's in here by then, I won't marry Duncan tomorrow.
Wonderful. 1 minute,
Oh,
Maxine.
and I want you to come here with her.
Huh?
You and Maxine together. We can get this all straightened out.
Me and Maxine, Leo and Maxine, me, 1 minute, all right. I'll go find Maxine and nail her. I mean, I'll go find her and nail her. Shit!
Don't listen to him, he's an idiot.
Margaret, I now have conclusive proof that the two women that you know as Maxine and Stephanie, who have been staying here for the past 4 weeks, are not your cousins.
I know that, Duncan.
You do? How?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I do have some good news. Your real cousins are right now out in the garden and they're waiting to meet you.
And I don't particularly like them.
Florence, that's not the point. Margaret, I have spoken to them and they have agreed to take only $100,000 each and go back to England. Now, as soon as the police arrive, we can get this all taken care of.
The police? What for?
To arrest Maxine and Stephanie, the frauds.
I told them not to do it.
Florence, they have deceived you.
But Duncan, I like them.
I don't care. They have broken the law. They have made a mockery of your entire household. And I don't think that they should be rewarded for their theatrical behavior. God, so typical of acting. Look at me. All I gotta do is find them and round them up and hand them over to the cops.
Oh, Duncan, wait, I think I saw them in the front garden.
Oh, which one?
Maxine, Stephanie, both of them.
I'll be right back.
Oh, my darling. Listen, you misunderstood everything I told you. I don't want you to marry Duncan. I want you to marry Leo, that fine, wonderful young man. And he's right outside. I'll get him.
Oh,
Leo! Oh, you need to come in. Meg, I'm out here. You see, I kind of hurt my leg, so I really can't come in. All right, so I'm going to have Maxine do all the talking. Oh, no. Ow, that hurt. Listen, you have to marry. You just have to marry Leo. Please don't let Leo, you need to be the one. Leo, Maxine, I can't handle this. Oh, please, just marry me, will you, please? Oh, you need to do this. Oh, then go inside and tell her. Oh, do it right now. I'll go in and tell her that you want to marry. You want to marry. You need to marry.
Leo.
Oh, Leo.
No, Leo, stop! Stop! I know you're Leo. I know that Jack is Stephanie. I know everything.
You do?
Yes, now you have to go. The police are here.
Meg, I love you.
I know, and I love you.
You do?
Yes.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Oh. Wait, I came here to take your money.
I know.
Oh.
You know, if I were you, I would get the hell out of here.
Didn't you suspect anything?
Why? Because I'm old? Listen to me very carefully, honey. Old, smart, young, nitwit. Get out of here.
I gotcha now.
Oh, Duncan, how wonderful to see you. Oh, the friends that we have bind us like hoops to steel.
Funny you should say that because you're under arrest.
Mom?
Hey, what's going on here?
Duncan, let her go.
I will not. She's a fraud.
Well, how do you know that the ones in the garden aren't the genuine ones?
Margaret, now 5 minutes ago you just got done admitting to me that your cousins are out in the garden waiting to meet you.
No, that's not what I said. Leave me alone!
Whoa.
Put your hands off me!
Shut up.
Guess what just happened? I'm outside the garden talking to these two girls, and all of a sudden they tell me that their names are Maxine and Stephanie.
Right.
And my jaw just hits the ground, you know. And then out of the bushes, these two cops jump out. They said, "All right, hands up, Trixie McCall and Bubble Shaper, you're under arrest." And all of a sudden, the two girls took off running, and the cops tackled them. And oh my gosh, they turned out to be well-known crooks. Can you believe that? And they sent you a telegram pretending to be your nieces to take your money.
Oh, this wicked world.
Duncan, I think you owe Maxine an apology.
Oh, no apologies necessary. Forgiveness is what makes the world around. Duncan Woolite, whatever, Reverend Woolite, just got confused. And don't we all sometime?
Yes, we do.
Tell me about it. Hey, Jack.
Audrey?
Now it's our turn.
Stop, we have to tell him.
Tell me what?
Oh, we're getting married.
ideas. You're too old for me. Florence? Florence!
Florence!
She's gone.
You are the worst doctor.
Everybody, that's the bell! It's time for the show to start!
Places, everyone, have a back.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, let's move this back.
What do you mean I was just a little bit sexy?
Oh, I was just teasing you.
Oh.
I knew it was you all along.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. When you walked in, I knew something was wrong.
Oh, God, would you two stop it? We have a show to put on.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready? Ready?
Ready.
Me too.
All set!
Ladies and gentlemen, the credit is going up and the play begins.